According to the Bureau of Prisons website, over 1 million people a year visit Alcatraz. That's a lot of people just to see a prison on an island. But it's not just a prison. It is on an island, and it was extremely cool, and it held a lot of very horrible prisoners. So today, you should listen to me because I'm going to teach you a little bit more about Alcatraz and hopefully improve your overall knowledge of Alcatraz. So the first topic is a little bit about Alcatraz, and then why it was shut down, and some of the famous prisoner escapes, like Al Capone's escape. Alcatraz is located off the Bay of San Francisco in California. It's about 1.25 miles from the coast, and it's about 22 acres big. It was a federal prison from 1934 to 1963, and it held some of the worst prisoners like Al Capone. So now that you know a little bit about it, I'm going to tell you some of the pros and cons about Alcatraz. So some of the good things were that it was really hard to escape. Actually, no one escaped it successfully that we actually know of. And the waters are really cold, so it's super hard to swim in. There's a lot of sharks too, and it was a maximum security prison, so they had the most guards on duty and the most highly trained guards at all times. So now I'm going to tell you why the place was shut down. So it was shut down because it was really expensive to run. So to have electricity out there is super expensive, and to get the food shipped in, extremely expensive, because they actually they'd have a big bus or a truck, and it would bring it to San Francisco Bay from wherever they actually got the food from. And then they would actually have to get, obviously, a boat, and then they'd take the food from San Francisco Bay, and they would take it to the prison, which did that about once a week. And if you do that once a week for 40 years or however long it was ran, it's going to be pretty expensive because you need to pay the workers and stuff that are hauling the food, you need to pay for the gas and stuff. And so now that you know why it was shut down, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. So right now, Alcatraz is actually a pretty big tourist site. A lot of people check it out a year. Actually over 1 million people see it in a year. And the main reason people actually go there is to see Al Capone's prison cell, and you can actually see where he escaped, where he cut a hole in the wall, and where some of the people actually tried to get out. And you get to see some of the showering rooms, the prison cells, and you learn about what the guards did there, how much it actually costed and stuff. So it's actually a pretty cool place to go to. And now I'm going to tell you about some of the most famous escapes that were attempted. So on the night of June 12th, inmates Clarence Origin and John Origin and Frank Morris, what they did though, they took a bunch of soap bars, and they put the soap bars together, they carved the face out of them, painted it, and then they set the face on their pillow, and then they put pillows underneath the blankets, then they put the blankets over it, and then they pretended that was their face, so when the guard walked by, they wouldn't really suspect much, because it's not they really look really hard, but they do pay attention. So once they did that, they got out of the prison, they got into an inflatable raft, and they were on their way. But actually there's no proof of them dying, and there's no proof of them successfully escaping. So actually, for sure, no one's actually made it out that we are sure of. So yeah, it's pretty maximum security. And so today I talked about a little bit about Alcatraz, why why it was shut down, and some of the most famous escapes about it. And eventually, someday, with the right advertisement, you'll probably show up there and you'll probably be checking out Alcatraz.